Welcome back to New Amsterdam Radio, the podcast for creatives. It is I, the mayor, Flobo Boys, in the mayor's office, being joined by someone who is doing the dang thing. I'm talking about the fitness side. I'm talking about the good look side, but he's also being featured in the Amazon original series Cosmic Love. Please welcome David Crisper. How's it going, Dave? Long time no see.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Good, man. Good, dude. You're like the best hype man ever, dude. I swear. Like, I'm just like one thing after another. I'm like, yeah, like I'm like too. I'm like, wait, you're talking about me?
Bro, you do it all, man. Because I was following you for years on that social media, doing the workout thing, motivating me when I was eating all kinds of Oreos on my Oreo tour. What's going on for you on the fitness side first? How's it going?
Oh, good, man. Good stuff. I've been so busy. So we have, FitTVNetwork. We got a lot of stuff that we're doing and planning for that, especially coming in this new year. And then we have our influencer fight league that we launched on the network, which is moving crazy. It's like going really well right now. So we got a lot going on with that behind the scenes and bunch of people, jumping on board now. And, as we're expanding, looking for new different things to, utilize within that. And, obviously the show that's out now. So that's crazy. And it's just, there's a lot going on, man. It's good stuff.
All right, so for those of you who don't know, Influencer Fight League. And so you decided, hey man, there's too many people on social media. Let's have them in the ring and beat each other up to a pulp. Is that what the
Yeah, I was just kind of like, man, I was like, yeah, I was like, we need to just weed out these influencers. Let's pick them off one by one, throw them in the ring.
Yeah. So you have three already in the can. More, I'm sure, are coming out there. The idea is pretty fun. I was able to be a part of some of them. It's like a boxing thing, or even a mixed martial art thing, where you have people with followings and they get together for charity and they actually box and fight with an adoring crowd. It's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, it was an idea we had over a year ago now that, I had some friends that are influencers. It was brought to my attention. I wanted to introduce sports on FitTVNetwork, and I was like, hey, this seems like a cool way to do it. Two of my YouTube friends were interested in doing it, and I was like, cool, let's just try this. Let's see what happens. Obviously, you were there, Flo. It was an experiment, and it went really well, man. It like the first one overall, we broke, I think it was like 500,000 views. We got a bunch of shout outs. Floyd Mayweather shouted it out, rappers, and it just kind of took off. So from there, it's like, all right, well, maybe we have some here, So we did it again. We did the first ever all girls, female influencer fight card. That went awesome. Did really well. And then recently we did number 3, and that just kind of really raised the bar for us, kicked it off, and now we're already looking at 4, 5, 6, going into next year.
Yeah, and this is the
crazy,
flagship content of FitTVNetwork. So this is what blows my mind about you, because you're so unassuming. You're kind of like, I'm out there. I keep myself humble. It's all good. But you have your own app and your own content service, FitTVNetwork, that is just chock full of stuff. You're talking about like workout tips, original shows. I mean, you're a media mogul, man.
I mean, I'm trying, man. It's just my crazy mind. There's so many things I want to do, and I just feel like we're at a time where we can really utilize so many different tools that we have. Literally just at our grasp. And as things are changing, there's so many new things that we can do as creators, or just in general, right? Like you want to be an entrepreneur or a businessman, or et cetera, et cetera. There's so many ways to elevate by doing that. And now we have the opportunity, like much like this, to collaborate with others and expand and learn new things. And it's just, I just feel like there's just so much out there to just dive into, and it's kind of like just open right now, So, I just see so much opportunity, and it's a good way to just obviously provide a platform for other people, and just promote creativity and obviously health, wellness, entertainment. It's things I'm very passionate about. So, yeah, it's
Was
awesome.
it always your passion? Being mindfulness and fitness, was that always a passion of yours, or something you fell into and discovered later on?
I think it was probably more so as I got older, right? I think background professional musician, it was always kind of about me, the music and that stuff. And then I believed, as I got older, I realized I genuinely have a passion to help others and to put others in the spotlight and to give them opportunity to create and tell their stories. And I truly enjoy that. I love to feel like, hey, we're doing a show. Like, I want you to be the host, or I want you to lead it, or let them shine. I really do enjoy that.
Yeah, the Fit TV Network. It's available now. I mean, there's some shows in there on the spot. Ask the doctor. You really are giving out,
Yeah,
not giving
yeah.
out advice, but just saying, hey, look, if you're in a situation, take this idea and talk to your personal medical professional to find out what's best for you. Pretty awesome. I think it's pretty awesome you were doing that.
Yeah, and I'm excited about that. There's some more. There's some more coming for that too, Flo. There's some more. I was
Crossing
talking to
fingers.
Michael, so we got some stuff coming. I'm excited.
So talk to me about Cosmic Love. This is an Amazon original. Can I say dating show or is that a passe term? Because it's like a relationship show based on a celestial twist. Talk to me about that.
I mean, to me, I know it as a dating show. Maybe that's dating myself. No pun intended. But, but yeah, I think that's what it is, and it was interesting, man. It really was. Obviously, I've never experienced anything like this before. I didn't really know what I was getting into. I was always kind of anti-dating shows, and then the way talking to the producers and casting, and the way this was pitched to me, it seemed very unique and different, right? So it opened my mind to it. I was like, oh, all right, and yeah, I'm a single guy. I was like, let's give it a shot. It's a new time, right? Like,
Right.
let's just give it a shot. So yeah, got there, getting into this beautiful mansion, crazy house.
Yeah.
Obviously full of strangers that became like family so quick. But we're kind of just thrown in this thing, right? And we don't know what to expect. And when I tell you, Flo, like this thing was an emotional. Like you see people on the show that are like, oh, crying and emotional, and it's
Yeah.
funny. I was talking to some people like, you guys barely know each other. Like why are you crying? And but it's so crazy, and I don't know how much I'm allowed to give away, but you the only access you really have to anything is each other, and you're there every day, all day with each other. So you just grow these bonds, or you just get so connected with these people so quick to where it does seem like family. Like a week goes by, it feels like it was a month already.
Yeah.
And it's intense, So when you're just kind of in that situation where you're all essentially just leading and bonding with each other to get through the process, you really do latch on to each other, and that's kind of like you're crashing away. And it was a lot we didn't know. They didn't tell us day to day what was essentially going on, right? You're kind of like, as you wake up, all right, guys, here's a plan.
Yeah.
Do it type of thing. So it wasn't just like we got a schedule. This is what's happening. We can prepare, and yeah, I'll get to it when I can. It was just
Right.
like, here's today. Get ready. Like, so it was.
That sounds like sleepaway camp. Well, not all pun intended. That sounds like you're just saying I'm giving myself up to this entire experience of this zodiac influenced dating program, and you just have to go. I'm going with the flow. That must have been for someone like yourself who has a bit of a structure when it comes to your training or comes to your beliefs. That must be kind of odd, or if not a little off the wall, being like, "Hey, trust us. It's gonna be great."
100%, and you could kind of see that resistance on the show. There's resistance from a lot of people, realistically, especially because you got a lot of people in this house that are used to putting up their walls, right? Being more kind of like away and closed off, and excuse me. And for me especially, it was, and you can see it throughout the show, but like I did really reject the process a lot. Oh, just naturally, right? Like being put in a house. And let's just put it this way: you're in a house with a bunch of like good-looking people that are kind of used to like moving about their way, right? Not having to do certain things.
Can't relate, but okay. Giant mansion, good-looking people.
Come on. But I mean, so when you put that many people like that in a house, and you're kind of like, okay, guys, now you have to do this, or you have one woman that you are essentially having to focus on, and it's just all these different things that it just really kind of drew us back a little bit. We kind of like resisted this whole thing, and it took a long time for a lot of people that really start to open up and kind of just let the process happen. And I think I don't know if I was the one who struggled most, maybe, but I definitely think I was one of the few that struggled a lot. And a couple of my bunkmates in there, I bunked with Chris Essex, Chrissy, and then CJ and Darren. And I remember we'd always have our boy talks, at the end of the night or even in the morning, just pep talks, getting ready for the day. And like a lot of times, man, like I give a lot of credit to Essex, Chrissy, because he really helped me, like just kind of kept me in the game emotionally. We'd have those talks because I was just like, man, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, this isn't my vibe right now. I'm like, I need to like figure this out, because I was struggling with it, not having the structure, kind of being forced to do something, and it's not forced, but I mean like feeling that way, right? Because it's like
Right.
you have to open yourself up to, and I always kind of struggled with that, right? And so to me, it felt very forced, and it was a situation that obviously none of us had ever had before. So all these emotions, all this, new people and this cameras constantly. And
Yeah.
it was a lot, it was a lot to digest. And I just think naturally I kind of like stepped away a little bit.
But when they going back there, when you got that, I guess, original DM, email, bat signal phone, and you said, "Let me try this," got to be a little bit, a little nugget of Dave Christopher's like, you know what? I believe in love. I'm going to try new things. I'm going to try to go off the deep end, right? You're not totally off reserve 100% of the time.
Yeah. I mean, first off, again, I don't know how much I can even say, but like the process was rigorous, just in general to even be a part of the show. So I'm very thankful that, I was allowed to do it. But yeah, so there are things, especially when you talk with the producers or the casting directors, stuff like that. Like I'm me, right? And I'm just kind of letting out, having fun and being me. But that's one thing. And then it's another thing when you're actually put in the spot now. And it's like, and like I said, you don't know, like they only tell you so much, during the process. You only get to know like little tiny pieces. And then when you get there, and that's the thing that I will say, and again, I can't say a whole lot, but what I thought I was going into was different. Mm-hmm. That's probably the most I can say of it. But what I thought I was actually going into was actually ended up being a lot different. So that kind of threw me off too. You know what I mean? So it's like I said, it was just so much at one time, and I was just like, all right, I got to figure out how to handle it.
What was the best part though? Like when you're in this unique situation, of course you're bonding with some of your castmates, but it has to make a moment. Maybe someone has a dope recipe in the kitchen, or there's a nice game night, or any kind of situation. You're like, oh, this is pretty cool.
It's funny you say that, because there actually was a night where. So there was often times where like, people were filming and people were separated and, you couldn't do certain things at certain times. But there was one night where we actually all kind of were able to hang out and bond. And Caleb just so happened to be an amazing chef, essentially. He's not a real chef, but I mean, he might as well be. He's so dang good at cooking, man. So
yeah,
we all just kind of had a really cool night where we all just bonded and literally we were all in the kitchen. It was like a movie, we had some music playing and, we're just cooking up this huge feast, man. And like, everybody's kind of just chiming in and helping. And it's just, that was a really cool moment. There's actually a picture of it too, where we took a picture with everybody in there. And that was a cool experience. That was like where I really felt like we were really bonding as a cast, and it's just good vibes, good energy, all the stress and everything, all the drama. And it was kind of just put aside in that moment. We were all just having fun with each other. So.
Right. Is mansion life what it's all cracked up to be? Is it really cool to wake up and be like, look at this view, bro? Because I need to know. I'm living by character. Doing it, bro.
Like I said, the house itself was amazing. It was beautiful. The view was beautiful. All that was great. Now, that being said, we're filming a TV show. So we can't just run amok. You know what I mean? Like, we can't just do as we please. We get, we do have certain guidelines we have to follow. So the mansion itself, it was beautiful. It was great. In terms of probably if I had full freedom to do what I wanted, and they'd probably be a little different.
I'll parkour on the walls.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So there's little things like that we couldn't necessarily do exactly, obviously, what I think most people probably want to do, but the experience in itself within the mansion was awesome. I mean, just literally wake up every day like, all right, I get to go hang out by the pool. This is my job today. So.
Well, with that being said, if someone wanted to take off David Christopher out on the date and didn't have access to a mansion or a camera crew, what's the best way to get to approach you on a first date? What's the best way to get to your heart?
Man, I mean, if you don't have a mansion or a camera crew,
I hear you. I mean, I'm out.
I'm kidding. No, honestly, man, like, me, Flo, I'm a pretty humble guy. At least I try to be, just reach out, and DM, whatever, I don't know, email, whatever works for you. But yeah, just reach out. I do try my best to respond as much as possible, even though I have a million things going on. But I'm always trying to get back to everybody and talk to people. And I'm not that kind of guy. It's like I'm too cool for school.
So let me get this straight. Business owner, media mogul, a reality show star, either now or pending to be. How do you balance it all in the mental space, man? How do you keep yourself focused and on point for what you need to do during the day?
I think I've had this question actually come up a few times lately, and I think that's probably what helps me with my mental. I think it's because I'm so busy. I feel like I'm that kind of creature, right? Where I have to constantly be active or busy, or like, because my mind's so much going on. Because I've had moments, where it's like, okay, I can kind of breathe a little bit, and then I just get antsy, right? I'm like, all right, now I got to do something. I got to be productive, or so yeah. I don't know if that's like a bad thing or what. I don't know, but it's hard, man. It really is. It does definitely weigh on me. I do get stressed. I am human like anybody. but it's one of those things where I think like it's more who I am as opposed to like what I gotta do, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that helps, but
Do you believe in days off? And if so, what do you do in your days off?
I do. I think I believe in days off more so now
Mm-hmm.
than I did before, because I understand as I get older that you know you got to take care of your body and you got to be healthy and all that fun stuff. But yeah. So depending on what the day off is, right? Things I like to do. Obviously, some people probably don't consider day off, but like I go to the gym still, and it's probably just a lighter day, you know, because that helps me just kind of focus, release in my mind. If I'm not doing that, then I kind of just like to get out. I'll go for drives. I do that a lot. Just go for drives, get some sun, especially by the beach. Things like that kind of help me relax, chill out. I don't watch a whole lot of TV, but lately I've been watching some more to kind of help me unwind and distract me. Plus, I got some projects I'm working on, so I'm looking for a little inspiration. So I guess I've been doing that lately. But yeah, typically when I do have days off, I just try to like kind of just chill out and try to get some David time and you know let my mind try to like relax a little bit. You know, whatever that means, whether it's just kind of meditation or losing myself in a show or something.
Yeah.
Like that, you know.
You're just killing it right there. David Christopher, punk rock here in New Amsterdam Radio. I got one more question for you before I let you on your way. Now, this might here may break the internet. Has your impression or your influence of astrology changed since appearing on Cosmic Love?
Yes, I'll say yeah. It's interesting, man, because like you know, I've always kind of like you know looked into it, right? You kind of have an outline, like an idea, like okay, like I'm this or you're that, okay, you know. But I never like it was never something I like lived my life by. You know what I mean? It
Right.
was I was like, okay. And then going on this show, like I learned so much about astrology. Like I'm talking to people now, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm this and this. What are you?" Like,
The rising sign. Yeah, I
like,
gotcha.
uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's so crazy because there's like I didn't even know there's like a full-on chart, man, with like all these different things. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going in there, and they're telling me all this stuff from the charts and all, and I'm like, what does that mean? Like, what is that? Like, and that's what was really interesting to me because you see like there's so much more, there's like so many different layers to this, and then seeing everybody else's and then how like they even match people up and all that. It's definitely changed my perspective, and I'm like, there's like an actual like foundation here, you know. It's not just like an LA thing where you're like, hey, I'm this and you're that, so we should go to lunch, you know.
Yeah. Does that change your perception now? Do you ask people now like, hey, what's your sign, by the way?
I mean, low key, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like I'm kind of like curious now, and I'm like, is this stuff real? Like, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of do wonder now. So,
a fact no one cares about. I'm actually a Cancer. David Christopher, thanks so much for being on New Amsterdam Radio, the podcast for creatives. Cosmic Love on Amazon is out now, man. Here's the time to put yourself over. Fit TV Network, everything. If someone wants to engage with you, how do they go about doing that?
yeah, guys, if you want to check out what I'm doing, FitTVNetwork.com or go to your app store, Android, Apple, either one, and just Fit TV Network. Download the app. A lot of awesome stuff on there from entertainment shows, podcasts, flows on there, workout videos, blogs, all that fun stuff. If you want to just find me, you can find me on Instagram at David_Christopher_official. I know it's super long. Or Twitter at I'm David C. _ just David Christopher is taken. But yeah, just type me in on that internet if you want to find out what I'm doing, and you'll find me.
When you're verified, please ask your boys at Twitter and Instagram to verify me as well. Crossing fingers.
No
thanks for being on the show, man. I appreciate you.